Well, hello, boys and girls. It's your favourite grumpy granny from Groggy's Patch, and I'm back again with part 2 of how to bundle your books. Aren't you excited? I bet you are. Well, today I'm going to talk about a couple of other types of books to bundle. Kids' books are fantastic to bundle, let me tell you. So, my first little bundle that I've got here, and these are some that I've already done, and yesterday I talked about the big numbers that I put in under the shrink wrap, and that is what they look like. So they're really big and easy to see. So I know to go to shelf A3 and I'll know which row they're in, but I can see them instantly because of the big numbers on them. Now this is a little bundle that I made up, and these are all vintage books, Harper Trophy books by Mary Calhoun about Katie John. And because I had 3 of them, instead of just listing them one by one and getting, maybe $1 or $2 for each one, it was better off to bundle them up and do them like that. So, yeah, that's how I've done that one. Sorry, that's reflecting a little bit, isn't it? Oh, well, never mind. Another bundle that I recently made is this Wiggles bundle. Now, these are all very small, thin little books, like so. They're only a few pages long, and they're all like safety books. So there's Splish Splash Safety, which is the one there at the front. And we've got titles like Scrub, Scrub Clean, a book about healthy habits. We've got Buckle Up and Be Safe, a book about road safety. So they're all that sort of safety type thing. And I believe that I actually got this whole bundle for like $1. So that was good. And they've comped up for quite a reasonable price, which I haven't looked up for you. But, look, you can go and look them up yourself, what they're going for on eBay. You can probably even find my listing if you're really clever. But, yeah, so that makes a good bundle to do something like that if you can get them cheap enough. I mean, if you're paying $1 for each book, no. But something like this, you should be able to get fairly cheap because often the op shops will put them together. This was another really good bundle, and this bundle's worth quite, I'm going to say $60, $70 maybe. So these are Sammy books, so Sammy in Healthland. And these are all books by Dr. Jacques Briol, and the illustrations are by Jean Briol. And they're originally French, I believe, and then they've been translated. And there's all different titles there of what Sammy did. Now, these are vintage, and they are quite rare. I do believe there is a seller that has this bundle, exactly the same books that I've got here. Maybe I've got one more than that person. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But they've got theirs listed for like 400 or 4,000. Really high. Go and have a look because, yeah, a bit weird. But, yeah, so that was a good bundle. And, again, I got these for like 50 cents each, I think. But because they're comped quite high at 50 cents each, even though there's like 5, 6, 7, 8 books, they're going to fall off there. Yes, even though there's 8 books, that's still only $4 that I might be going to make at least 50 back on anyway. So that's pretty good. Oh, and look, here's another lot of the Wiggles books. They must have brought out a couple of lots of these series. These are slightly different. So these are all like A Wiggly Dance, Emma's Christmas things, Emma's New Shows, another one, Everybody Dance. So these are all put out by 5 Mile Press. And again, I believe I got the whole lot of these for maybe $2. And so I made a whole bundle for those to go together for all those. And this is one of my favourite recent bundles that I've done. Not this. Well, yeah, this is one of them. Did I get the right ones out? Yeah, so these are Look and Look Again books, and these are actually what they call picture puzzle books. These are vintage. They are from 1991 kids' books. They've got really good illustrations in them, but they're kind of like Find the Things. So they're telling you to look and look again for the following things in this scene: a turtle, a deer, a telescope, balloon, football, fish. There's 3 fish in the picture. And so really good for kids to actually find things in, and there's quite a few of them. They're all actually by the same person, I think. I worked out in the end. Now, there was a couple of different lots. So these ones actually say missing or whatever, and they say picture puzzle book, so they must have been a separate lot, and then these ones don't. But there's 2, I believe, 2 bundles. So, because a couple of these, so this book I had twice. So again, I split what I had into 2 so that there was 1 in each bundle and 5 books in one bundle, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 1, 2, 4 in the other. So yeah, that's a great way to get rid of, especially if you've got doubles of a particular book, and you can split them. Don't necessarily put all the books together thinking that's better. Split them so that you get rid of that other extra one as well. Now, moving on from that, romance. Now, we all know you can bundle Mills and Boon and sell those. And there's all other, this one, the number's fallen out. So this is an older style of wrapping, I suppose, and they're fallen out. So that one had number 125 in it. So these books here, my friend Adam, if you're watching, these are Love Swept books, which these are by Bantam. So these are Love Swept Bantam books. And this is one of a couple of different bundles I've got of these. So when you get all your little romance novels, what I do is I divide them up by the publisher. So I'll put all the Bantam ones together. I'll put all the Mills and Boon ones together. I'll put all the ones that are Mills and Boon. Then you've got ones that maybe are Harlequin, if they're earlier on, or later on they might have been Harlequin, Mills and Boons. So I put all of them together so that they're similar age and the same publisher. And then I start to go from there. Now, and then you can divide them up by into authors if you've got enough, or mix the authors through if there's some authors that seem to be more popular than others, or just depends. Now, these ones are Harlequin, Mills and Boon, and so when I get these ones, I'll do a bigger bundle, but these are the sexy ones. If you see here, sexy. And there's all different versions of those. So there's desire books, and there's medical-based ones. So, yeah, depending on what sort of genre inside the romance is, I will bundle those together, and that's a great way to make the bundles. And once again, you can see how I've got them wrapped up like that, and that all looks nice and neat because they're all matching. And then sometimes you'll get quite a few books, and look, some of these books actually sell for a decent price on their own. And one author that's very popular that people like to collect vintage books of is Carol Mortimer. So I had quite a few of her books. So some are in other bundles, but I had 4 that I thought were really good. They're around the same time period, so they're quite uniform in how they look. And so I bundled those together in a smaller bundle of 4. So, yes, they'll do quite well because they'll be like 80s, I'm going to say, or late 70s. Of course, books like these, when you've got Tolkien, these are certainly worth, you can sell these on their own. But in this particular case, I had 2 matching books. The lighting's not very good there, isn't it? So we've got The Lord of the Rings, part 1 and part 2. Now, so it's the Two Towers and the original, the Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers. I could have listed them separately, but because they are such a nice uniform pair of books, I decided I would put them together. So, yeah, that's just an interesting one. And then this is another one. So this is another one where I've only had book 2 and 3, and this is another fantasy author who actually sells quite well. If you can get first edition hardcovers of Guy Gavriel Kay, I'll put it up a bit closer so you can read it. They actually sell quite well, and collectors quite often want them. And the artwork on those is really lovely. So, yeah, that's some more bundles for you. How do you like that? So now I just thought I will show you another one of my sales, because you do like to see those occasionally too, don't you? So we'll go with it and we will see what we can find. So this here I'm showing you now is part of another bundle that I sold on Depop. So what I really like about what I've been selling on Depop is the bundles. Buyers actually like bundles. So if you've got enough stuff up on your Depop shop, and people can select enough items to create bundles, they will do it, because then they're only paying one postage cost but getting several items. And that just doesn't often happen for me on eBay, but it is happening for me on Depop. So this was the first in a lot of 4 garments. And they were all fairly small garments. So I was actually able to fit them all into a small padded mailer, which was really, really good. So this was a pair of nice, cute little shorts with a frill. These are Misguided brand. And then in the same parcel, these pair of pretty little floral shorts went. These are Fashion Union, again, size 14. These, and all the items in this bundle sold for the amount that I had them listed for. So these sold for $20 plus post. So that was really. And when I say they sold for plus post, I had them listed individually plus post, but because the buyer has purchased them all together, they only pay one of the shipping amounts, and then they get their 4 items with only one shipping fee. So it works really well for them to do the bundles. Now, these are Articles of Society jeans, and these are gorgeous, and they're lovely. If you have a look at these are, I believe, these are one of the pair that I got in Ballarat when I was with young Blake, and they are a skinny leg, but the fade on them is gorgeous. There, and you'll see on the bum as well, that nice fade from Wear, and they are Articles of Society. So that, yeah, they look really, really good. And the final item in this parcel, which what I also sold again for $20, is this gorgeous little Suzanne Grey crochet top. It's a women's size extra large, but look, it's going to be about that size 14, I think. But how cute is it? Nice little crochet top, and that's the back there, and it's 100% cotton too, which is good. There's a bit closer up view of the lovely crochet pattern. Yeah, so those 4 items all went in the same bundle, which netted me I believe around about the $80 mark, without me going in and specifically looking at the figures. And then after Depop fees, I should come out with around about, I'm going to guess 65, odd dollars. So if you're wondering about Depop, so it's a 10% fee to sell the stuff, so that they charge a 10% fee. Now, my fee was a little bit higher than that, because you can actually boost it, which is the same as promoting on eBay. However, instead of worrying about what percentage to boost things at on Depop, what you actually do is you boost it and it's 8%. Like, it's the same. So if you want to boost it, you pay an extra 8%. There's a lot of us that have got, I do have some of my jeans maybe over 8% promoted on eBay. So it's no different for me. And exactly. And when you go to boost the item, you click on it, and it actually tells you to the dollar how much that is going to cost you. It says $1.65 or $2.20, depending on how much it is. So I find that really, really good. So I've had some really good sales on Depop the last 2 days. So I've had a bundle of 2 items of women's clothing, that bundle of 4, and then today was the shirts, and I've also sold another pair of jeans, all on Depop today. So I'm pretty pleased with Depop. So I just think I need to make sure I'm cross-listing more over there, particularly in the clothes. Look, I've been putting some of my books over there, just to see how they go. I have sold one book, which was a tarot card book and pack of cards that was brand new from Retail Arbitrage that I did. So that sold really quickly once I'd listed it over there. And so I'm still listing the odd book or two that I think might be all right. So all those what I call the erotic vampire fantasy fiction, those two bundles, I have cross-listed those over there already because I think that's something that might go well over there. And then I'm slowly getting through the rest of my inventory that I already have on eBay and trying to get them over there. And, look, I've had things running through my mind today, and that is that, maybe eventually, if this is the way it keeps going, maybe eventually I will only list my clothes on Depop and list my books on eBay. I don't know. Let's wait and see. Okay, boys and girls, that is it for today. And I will see you tomorrow. Oh, by the way, before I do go, I have to just mention two things. So we had our very first book club meeting in my Discord, and it went very well. Thank you very much. We'll be on again next Tuesday, and we will start again at 8:30. And then people that live in like Western Australia and Queensland that may not be able to get there at that time because it's a bit early for them, they can come in a bit later. I mean, we went to well after 11:30 last night, so it's not like you're going to miss out. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep it on the Tuesday night because that works for me. And so that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is I've managed to get myself to the first level of monetization for my YouTube channel, which is pretty exciting. And it means I can actually have YouTube channel members, which is also pretty exciting. And I have my first official member. So if you did decide that you wanted to, you could actually become a member of my channel. It's like really cheap, like $1.49. But, look, no pressure. But, yeah, it'd kind of be nice to have more than one, and Octo holding that over my head because he's the one. All right, boys and girls, that is it. I will see you tomorrow. Blasted end button. I can never